Hey, it is episode, I think, 27, 28. I don't know because we missed a couple, and I apologize for that, y'all. But welcome back to the Merce and Nurse Show. Guys, it has been a heck of a past couple weeks.
Yes,
I apologize for not last week to upload. I was gonna, but someone kept telling me no, not to upload mine. So,
because he's dying to do, he did one by himself one time.
Yeah, I did.
And this is when we were fairly new, so it probably wouldn't have been good.
No, it was a really, you know what? I'm going to upload it for like a side gig.
Well, y'all wouldn't have heard me laugh.
Yeah,
and
dude, that's
he's
what we
dying
needed
to,
here.
but we should say congratulations. Noah is a homeowner. He's doing everything what his goals he set out to do. So it's just been crazy. Y'all know when you move, y'all know how it is.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. So Noah's been trying to get everything together.
Well, dude, I mean, like I said, we closed on a Monday.
Yeah.
And that Monday, we moved in that Monday.
Yeah.
Everything I moved in. All the beds got put up. Half the family was helping. The other half was just standing around. I'm like, thanks.
I went after work. I took some pizza. I ate dinner, and I said, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I work tomorrow. But yeah, so it's been a crazy week for Noah.
And then Tuesday, we did I stayed home because everybody and their mother came by to the house. Like the couches came by. Yeah. No, the internet came by. The dining room table came. I mean, everybody came by. Yeah, so I was stuck all day the other day doing that stuff. Unpack. I'm like, don't get me wrong. I unpacked and did all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, cool. That was Tuesday, right? And then Wednesday, I went straight to work. And Wednesday I worked from 12 to 12, my mid shift.
And it's hard, right? When especially when you're moving, not to have like a 2 days off, just to have a day off.
I was supposed to work that Tuesday, but thank God for my charge nurse. She was like, hey, no, you're going to be off that day. You know, take this other day. So I switched days on Friday, but anyways, but yeah, so Wednesday I worked 12, I got off at midnight and got home and went to bed about 1-ish.
Yeah.
And then, I woke up the next morning at 7 o'clock and I, had breakfast with my grandpa and then
you're just doing things.
Because that day we painted the entire garage because the home builder, apparently a lot of builders are doing this now that they're not painting the garages.
No, it's always like the texture, right? They do the tape and texture.
It's just the drywall and then where they connect the drywalls together, they put that one paint, the
tape or whatever
and that's it. And then leave it as it is. It looks horrible.
Yeah, and that was our suggestion to Noah, do it because
once you start moving stuff in, you don't want to have to move it later, right? And so, so we painted all day that day, and then the fridge had to come that morning, so we couldn't leave, and so we stayed there, and then they couldn't get the fridge through the archway of the hallway, so they had to take it around the back. It wouldn't fit through the back door. They took the door off, wouldn't fit through that. They took the doors off, wouldn't fit through that. They opened the doors, trying to go, and I'm like, and he's like, "Did y'all measure it?" I'm like, that's your job. I'm paying the thousands of dollars for this thing and delivery. I pay for the delivery and installation. That's why I'm paying for the installation. You know what I mean?
I mean, every house kind of basically has the same size doorways. Every house.
Yeah, and so
I'm like, so I don't get that.
Yeah, no, and so I paid for everything, and and I'm like, yo,
you're like, you're going
why
to
are you
get
talking crap to me? Like, I'm paying for
all
this.
I gotta say, his fridge looks very nice in the back patio.
It is a very.
That's been funny.
No, they got it in. They took all the doors off, every door, and put it in there. And they were dropping it, kind of frustrated. And I was like, mother effer, hey, stop. But
you're on video.
No, they finally got all the stuff in, and then and then after that, then the next day, it was Friday, and I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And but it was a hectic week. It was, trying to get moving and everything. And I got all the big stuff done. Yeah. And then, so now tomorrow I'm going to move a couple of stuff. But I'm going to tell you something. Working the day, tomorrow's Labor Day, right?
Yeah, Labor Day.
So this video should come out Labor Day and tomorrow. And I came here to my mom's house and she's like, hey, we're going to have dinner. There's no dinner here. I'm like, oh, well, this sucks.
I sent a family text. Hey, I'm making ground beef tacos tonight.
Yeah, and I come in and they're scrubbing the dishes. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not eating.
Me and my husband, Attic, keep making eye contact like, what? But and I don't know if Michelle's listening, Noah's wife, but she said, "Oh, he's not coming." So everyone started leaving. Everyone kind of left.
Yeah, and then so I'm sitting here, right? And I'm like, all right. And my mom's like, hey, well, at least tomorrow, all the girls will be home with you because Labor Day. I'm like,
and your wife?
Effort. Yeah, I'm like, dang it, I forgot that everyone's off.
And we all know, working in the medical field, when you have that long weekend or that long week, and it's like, you don't even think about the holiday because what are holidays to the health profession?
I don't care.
And I told him, oh yeah, well, the girls are home tomorrow, and he's looking at me, and I said, and your wife, it's Labor Day. He was like, what? I said, yes, everybody. And I told him, and now he knows how I felt. Not that I didn't love my family, but when I found out, I was like, well, they're off tomorrow? Because, teacher work day or whatever, I would be like, what? So that's going to be Noah tomorrow. What?
Yeah, no. So I was just like, well, I guess I'm staying. I guess I'm just going to, I told my brother, I'm like, hey, man, like in the morning, I'm gonna go do this, go have breakfast with you and Grandpa, and then we'll get my toolbox. And and he was like, "All right." And then I was telling Michelle, I'm like, "Hey, I got stuff to do." but no. So, but anyways, yeah. So like, I saw her like this last past week we've just been busy. And,
it has been
busy. I wanted to upload the video. She wouldn't let me upload the video, so just blame her.
Not unless I was tagged on it.
I feel bad. I mean, we have done a video every single week.
Yes,
since the coast, even the coast,
Noah took all his stuff, so we
and we did it, and so, but at least now we'll go back on track. But that being said, what's special about this? Oh, I guess not really special about this episode, but this episode we finally can tell you that we have over 1,000 downloads.
We are so excited.
That's insane. Like that's over. Our stuff has been downloaded and listened to over 1,000 times, and that's only from like the what you call it, the webpage that handles all the podcasts.
Oh yeah.
So like, they send it out to Apple iTunes, Amazon podcasts, all Spotify. They send it all out there. Well, we also do the videos, and then y'all do some of y'all do watch the videos, and we get maybe like a good 10-15 views each video.
Yeah.
And so that's not including all those views from the video.
Yeah.
But so I'm saying like a lot of people actually do watch this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty fun.
And you know what? And we've always said it's like therapy for us.
Yeah.
For us.
I will give a shout out to a good buddy of mine that I was in the Marines with. His name's Chris Olmos. This guy's from California. And so, dude, I know he listens to us religiously every single morning.
Chris.
He was the one when I was in the San Diego. Me, him, and somebody else. We went to that family for Thanksgiving.
Oh yes.
He was one of them.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, no, it was like I said, I was with him all through boot camp until combat training. And he was a good guy. But now, you know what he's doing?
What?
He's in school for surgical tech.
Really?
So he said, like, I saw a picture of him. He's like, they're doing all the blue sterile.
Yeah.
And he's all gowned up, and they're setting up the tables.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey, bro, like, it was pretty cool that he does that. But he listens to us every morning.
How long is that schooling?
I don't know, but I know like they do a lot. I mean, because
it is a lot.
I mean, you ever seen like all the tools they have, and they know all the names of it? That's insane.
Can you imagine just starting, and let's say you get that one doctor that has that God complex?
Yeah.
And normally it's like a cardiac, like a specialist, a surgeon.
Yeah.
I bet that is some nerve-wracking stuff.
Yeah,
because you have to know what everything's called.
They're sitting there and they're like, give me this, give me that, and you're just like, they look the same. He's like, well, they're not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I've always thought that would have been a cool job.
But he's doing that. So Chris, I want to thank you, man. Like, I know you missed us last week because I know he was like, I saw his pictures and he was listening to us. But over 1,000 downloads.
Well, that's exciting.
So now we have to definitely come up with a giveaway for the 1,000 downloads.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll figure out what we can.
Yep. So I think we're gonna do like make a post and have everybody like or do something, especially that listens to us, and then we'll do a random drawing, number them, and there you go, and that's it.
Yeah.
But we'll see what it is.
I was thinking maybe we can give them a shirt. So eventually, we're gonna have to come up with the.
Well, I have all the material. Should we never?
I know, but I have different things in my head what I think our shirt should look like.
Well, I guess that's it, guys. But no. So how's the jail been?
Oh, jail life. Okay, full moon. Everybody knows that, and it was a blue moon, but I never saw it. I never.
Mom, it's not actually blue. You know that, right?
No, I thought it's gonna be like blue tinge.
No, fool.
So why?
They just call it a blue moon.
But is it?
It's for the blue harvest. It's just big.
I was thinking. I said,
but no, it's not really blue.
I said, why doesn't it look blue? Got it.
She's out there like it doesn't look like Blue's Clues.
I was all good.
Blue's Clues.
And they don't look like Bluey. Y'all that know Bluey.
It's a good show, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Show.
But of course, you had to wait for the full moon. We got fights and cussing and cursing. It was just it all fell into place. If it wouldn't have, something would have been wrong. But we were talking, Noah earlier, talking about COVID, because I said, hey, how was it, these 3 days? Because, Labor Day weekend, blah, blah, blah. But he said it was pretty chill. But he was saying that a lot of people have been going in and they've been wanting a COVID test.
Oh, my gosh.
But they...
Well, yeah. I mean, like, it's so, I don't know, y'all probably heard, COVID's, it's coming back again.
Yeah.
And people will be getting tested positive for it and whatnot. Which, I mean, like I said, at this point, we're seeing it so often.
But thank God it's just, my boss has it too, but it's not like, it's just like a bad cold,
like
right?
the flu, like the cold, just stay home. But but anyway, people come in, like you just see on the tracker, URI is just upper respiratory infection. URI, all down the list of names of people waiting to be seen or in rooms. URI, and you read the triage notes, it's having the same symptoms here and there. And so everyone's getting swabbed. Everyone's coming back positive. You see red stuff everywhere. But what's crazy is like some of these people, they know they have COVID. Like
Noah was telling me that.
Like a patient was like, I tested positive at-home test like a couple of days ago. And I came in like, cause I'm having these symptoms. We're like, well, yeah, you tested positive. You think you're not gonna have symptoms? But like, I don't think like if they're trying to, hey, maybe my test was false, but
I still feel like crap.
Yeah, like I want the hospital's test because I trust the hospital. But we're like, you do know first off, if you're not, short of breath and like your stats are dropping, 9 out of 10 times you're gonna get just discharged home and tell them, hey, drink fluids, take some over the counters, you'll be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then they come in, they're like, well, I need this, I need that. We're like, there's nothing we can give you. Yeah. I mean, there's some antiviral, I forgot what it's called.
I know. I was thinking about that. Yeah.
But it's the same, dude. It's the same stuff as of the like over the counter.
I would think like if you have a cough, we'll take some cough syrup or
the biggest thing I tell people is like, dude, just take some Dayquil and go buy Dayquil and NyQuil.
Yeah,
take the Dayquil in a day, take NyQuil at night.
Yeah,
because it has all the stuff you need.
All the others,
and but they're like, well, yeah, they come in, they're like, well, I have having these symptoms, blah blah blah. I tested positive 4 or 5 days ago, and so we're going now. We have to go all these precautions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now we're putting on N95s, marking the door and everything, and hey, swab them. So we swab them. Oh, you got COVID. Oh, really? Yeah, bud, you got COVID. Okay, well, now what? I'm like, well, I gotta wait for discharge paperwork. And they're like, what do you mean? Like, what do you want us to do?
Yeah,
like
that's what I was.
There's no like magic or cure we can give you.
I was telling Noah, it's one thing if it was like a brand new virus, like that was some. Think about it, scary crap, right?
But when the first thing happens,
but it's already been on the media. It's on the rise. The kids started school; they're all germy,
of course.
But I just said I would not want to go get. Let's just say, I mean, regardless if you have insurance or not. Why are you gonna rack up a bill? I mean,
exactly. Like they come and like an average visit, you're looking at maybe 1,000,
at least 1,000, right?
At least $1,000.
And that's not including maybe if you're gonna
get any fluids or even the test.
But I was just like, what? Because I was telling Noah, like at the Dollar Trees or dollar stores. I remember Dollar Tree when you would pay, they would have a drug test, like a urine one. And I remember some girls saying, or they would get pregnancy tests there. They were usually they were correct, like they were accurate.
Yes, it's all
so
the same
I
stuff.
Was laughing like, I mean, you're going, I don't even know how much a COVID test is, but I mean, but if you feel you really have it, I mean, you're going to spend the money.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like what, 20, 30 bucks for a COVID
But I was
test?
just cracking up.
Yeah, and here coming to the ER, now you got $1,000.
Yeah, and a while back, test. This was like literally like maybe a couple months ago. I wasn't feeling good, so we had my husband gave me a COVID test that he had because his job had given him some, and I took it and it was negative. And then I looked at the expiration and it was expired. But my thing is like, it probably still has what you need to test. It's
True.
probably still.
I mean, you've heard of like the stories of people like having expired antibiotics or expired.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm saving it for in the world apocalypse, and we're like, oh, okay, but
yeah.
Like,
it may not be as potent, but it's gonna do its job.
But yeah, no, and like so, like we tell them and then they get mad at us because they're waiting there for 2 hours, and we're like, what do you expect? Like this isn't like like a drive-through. like we see why you're here.
Yeah.
We've tested you. Okay. Now we gotta wait for the doc or the mid-level to practitioner to pick you up, pick up the case, and now to go forward, right? And they have the old stuff. You're priority 4. Like you're low priority. They're not gonna, not right away. Like you come in, you're like, oh, I'm having this stuff. Doc's not gonna be like, guys, let's go right now. We need him. No, like they're like, oh, they're fine because this person's bleeding out.
It's not like it used to be, right? Back in the days.
No,
I know.
And they get mad like, well, why am I still here if I have COVID? This is all it is. I'm like, that's what we're saying. Like, why are you still here?
You see the best of people. You see the best in people right now.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, and like people come in nice, and then God forbid they wait an hour or 2 hours, and you make them lose 2-3 hours of the day, and they just are vicious and venom at you. I'm like, you're here because you've been coughing and you haven't stopped for today. And I'm like, have you taken anything? No. Have you gone to Walgreens and got some cough syrup? No. So what? Like, what? We have the same stuff that the pharmacy has at Walgreens. Like,
maybe it's just something.
No, like I give people Robitussin. I'm like, here's $100-$200. Yeah, I'm like,
take your $200 Robitussin.
But you know what sucks about it too? It's because the hospital, it's a public hospital, right?
Yeah.
So it's not private.
Yeah.
So it's not some company owning it.
Yeah.
And first off, ERs can't turn nobody away.
Yeah, okay? Especially with ours.
And and you know what? A lot of them that come in are self-pay accounts, which tells us they're not going to pay.
Yeah.
They don't have insurance.
I think I'm still paying on a bill. I think I didn't pay.
Yeah, but that's they come in and then that's it because it's their doctor. Which I mean, it sucks. Like healthcare is so expensive now, but. Yeah. Now all these resources are being taken up and used.
You know what's crazy? Yeah, but you know what's crazy? I remember a girl I worked with, and she had me cracking up. Her grandma was on dialysis. She was sick, blah blah blah. And I remember she saying she liked to go to University Hospital because she don't like the local hospitals, New Braunfels here, whatever. So University Hospital in San Antonio, and that's kind of like I don't want to say it's kind of, but it's a teaching. But really, that's where a lot of the homeless.
No, it is a teaching hospital,
right? And so everybody goes in there. She was in the ER, like the grandma. So they did her blood work, and I think she said she even had like little IV things still in her, right? But she had to go back just to sit down. And like I said, she had kidney problems, whatever. But I remember cracking up at my friend because she goes, yeah. So my mom went and said, hey, my mom's here. Do you know it's already been like maybe 4 hours? Do you know how long it's going to take? And the lady said, probably about 14, 15 hours. And she said her grandma said, I'm out. And she said she went home and then she still had the IV thing. So one of her cousins that's a nurse or someone went and pulled it out. But she said that's all long.
No, but I mean, but people don't understand. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Because people don't get me wrong. Yes, to you, that is an emergency. And I 100% believe that, especially if it's your kid,
yeah,
100%. But there's ignorance there. Like, you know what I mean? Like they don't understand that there's only an X amount of doctors here. There's only X amount of nurses, and X amount of rooms. And if you're not dying, you're not on top of the list. Or if university is the level 1 trauma center of San Antonio, of the whole South area.
Shootings and all that,
Yeah, so they deal with, of course, your major car accidents, your shootings, your stab, everything major, right? So of course, they're focused on them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, you have a cough and a cold. I will see you when I see you.
Yeah. And
sadly, there's never that I see you when I see you because there's always going to be another thing that comes in. And that's what happens in the ER sometimes, especially those who come in for some minor stuff like COVID, right? And then what happens? Okay, well, the docs finally come around to them, but bam, doc, I need you right here. We have a stroke alert. So now he's over dealing with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now once he settles down, now okay, I'm gonna get ready to go back to this patient because this is where I left off.
Yeah.
And then bam, doc, we have somebody here who's hemoglobin of 4, like she's bleeding out somewhere. You know what I mean? It's just there's always something.
Yeah.
And so that person just gets pushed back and back and back.
Yeah, and they don't realize that.
Yeah, we don't mean to. It's just that's just the ER. You take who the priority is at that moment.
Yeah.
And like we had a lady come in and she was like EMS. She's in a sling, and she's in pain. So we're dealing with her, and all of a sudden the X-rays come back, and doc's like, so he was gonna see one of my patients, and he was like, I said, hey doc, blah blah blah. He goes, I can't go right now.
Yeah.
He says, just go do this. I said, okay. So he gave me an order, and I gave the patient her stuff too. She can, at least we're doing something, right? So let's start, because that's another thing about nurses. Nurses are the eyes and the ears for the doc sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, he's busy with his stuff. I'm like, hey doc, my patient has this. They've done this. She's here for this. This is what's going on. Can I have something? She's like, oh, I said, can I have some fluids and something for her nausea? He was, give her this and this. All right, cool. And then, so he's back and focused on what he's doing. You know what I mean? Right out, dude. I saw the X-ray. The arm is like, dude, it's like separated that much from the shoulder. God. It's completely broken. It's out. And so he's trying to, get her admitted and get her, to the orthopedic because and I'm like, yeah, doc, I'll deal with this one. Don't worry.
And there's somebody out the door. My mother has COVID, and she is coughing.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? It's so funny though. This is my pet peeve, and I don't know if anyone listens that don't take no offense, but this is just me, Barbara's pet peeve. We have a Facebook site, Moms of Seguin, and I'm not knocking it because you can find out anything.
Yeah.
But my pet peeve is when people say, or they'll put a picture. The other day, someone said, my son has these spots on his leg, and she literally took a picture. What do you think it is? And I want to, I want to click. There was this little meme where it shows someone like typing like, you are so dumb. And then they go back and erase it. And I'm like, seriously, you're asking regular people. We don't know, where you live, what he's laying in. Or do you have spiders? Do you have fleas? You have dogs?
There's so much out there. Like allergies, medications.
And the answers are from, it could be mosquito bite to, oh, my daughter had that and it turned out she had, I'm just playing like dengue fever. I'm just being funny. But I'm like, why are you going to ask people, especially in this little
to be fair, it's not little anymore. It's actually really growing. Seguin's really, you know why?
But I'm saying like,
why? Because the wait times are getting longer in the ER. And I'm like this. I'm just looking at them like,
you know what?
And
they may have
every
to
time
build another hospital.
I really hope so. Every time like I go out to go, I get a patient assigned to one of my rooms. I like to, if I'm not doing it right then, I like to go get them. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't have to waste one of the other techs time to go bring somebody. I'm like, hey, I can go pull you in. As I'm pulling you in, I can do all my questionnaires. So I can knock out 2 birds, 1 stone. You know what I mean? All at once. And so I go out there and I grab, their the stickers, so like their name, everything. I go out there, and when that door opens, it's like every. God. Have you how can I explain this? Okay, like at the zoo. At the zoo, like they have like the big old fish, and you put a quarter and get like the fish food.
Yeah.
You know how like when they know, right?
They know.
And so when you about to toss the food in, all the fishes all come up to that one area. I swear to God, that's how it is in ER. I come out like this with the door opens. It's automatic, right? So you hear it. It goes, it opens, and I come out, and every single buddy goes like this, just. And I'm like there. I'm like, John Smith, and then you see. The one guy's like this, and I'm like, all right, and everyone else like this. Look, everyone else just like.
Hey,
and they're talking shit.
Is it like The Price is Right? They're like, come on down. They're like that.
Well, no, it's opposite. It's opposite. They're all pissed off because they didn't get called back. But so it's weird because whenever I work on the south side, which is like the minor care area, because you try to keep your main ER open for some actual big emergencies, right? So a lot of the minor stuff like level 4s, level 5s, they push them over to the other side, and that's where mid shift likes to work a lot. And so, I'm looking at the tracker, and there's like a bunch of 3s, like meaning priority level.
Yeah.
And normally 3s are the ones that go to the main side.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some serious stuff like, abdominal pain, lacerations, bleedings, Abdominal pain is huge. I'm hoping, that's the number one thing abdominal pain people come in for.
And when they're there, like what normally is it?
It's a lot of stuff. Like I've seen like constipation. I've seen indigestion. I've seen.
So it can go from something like constipation to
something
like gallbladder.
No, yeah, and hey, we're getting ready for surgery or something.
Okay, yeah.
But abdominal pain is one of the biggest things. Anyways, off track. But yeah, so I go out there, and there's actually people who need to be seen, right?
Yeah.
And I go out there for little Jimmy with just a cut on his hand.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're going to the minor care, right? So it's this easy side, but I go get there and everyone's all looking like, well, you just got here. That's our BS. And we're like, I'm like, I can't tell them like, hey, like they're lower priority. We're going to somewhere else. I'm just like,
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. I'm just looking at them like, I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. Look, that's why a lot of people just, you hear the memes like nurses, like they just don't care. Because there's so much, and you just you try so hard to be that one, that caring one, but at the same time, they're just like, you look, this is the 5th time they're here this month for the same thing, and it comes out to be every time just enteritis, a stomach bug. Yeah. And I mean, it's just... It's
so funny. On TikTok, he's that nurse. He's the Philippine nurse. Is that Nurse John?
John, yeah.
Dude, there is a new TikTok. I don't know. I should have tagged you when I was watching. So he comes and it says the nurse that like things always happen to. He comes, hi, I'm so sorry. I just got in a car accident, 18-wheeler. My car's totaled. And then he goes, but I'm okay. And then the cop brought me cute. We just had a quickie in the parking lot, and my leg from the wreck, I'm bleeding. Can someone just take a look? Just give me an Advil, all I need. But can you take a look at my leg? And where am I? What department? What area? And I'm cracking up because it's like, isn't that all of us? Like, like the other day I went to the eye doctor and I came back and my eyes are all dilated, whatever. And I'm laughing to myself. I say, hey guys, I'm so sorry. I said, I really can't see. And then my glasses, I got new glasses and they're bifocals. I said, so I'm like this. And I said, and then I said, and then I said something like, oh, my sense moving. And I said, I started laughing. I said, aren't we all like that? But we have to do your job first. And then I do this. I told the nurse, because my job when I get there, I go past like these. They're snack bags for the diabetics. So then after telling them all my problems, I'm like, hey Mary, do I still need to go past the Johnny Sacks? Okay, I'm gonna go to the kitchen and get them. But that is just healthcare.
Oh my gosh,
you got all this crap happening to you, but you just managing to just barely make it in and do. But
I do really think that the hospital is gonna have to grow. It really has to, because Seguin's getting big. Seguin's getting really big.
Like in New Braunfels, they're making a new. Oh my God,
they're making on the loop, right?
Yeah, yep. Huge subdivision with shops and all this. But they're making. I don't know how big or who's going to own it, but I heard hospital. So
I heard it was a freestanding ER off of Methodist.
Oh, so, like the ones they have like in San Antonio. Yeah. Well, they're going to have to, because you can't, all those people. But I just oh my God. Sometimes I'm just like, what in the world? Yeah.
Oh man, but that's it. I mean, holy crap! Like that was no. I mean, like that went by faster than I thought.
What?
The show?
I know
it was so a lot.
But hey, everyone needs to know. I want to tell you something real quick.
I want to tell you some news too.
Okay, let me tell you the quick news.
Go ahead.
Jimmy Buffett died.
Oh yeah,
Margaritaville, and he was 76.
Okay, can you name a other song?
No.
Thank you. So hush.
I just remember seeing his restaurants like at Miami has this huge hotel. New Braunfels. San Antonio. I was just like, what? Jimmy Buffett.
Hey, so I don't know if you remember, like we talked about the Death with Dignity Act, like suicide.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. So this one nurse, she's a hospice nurse, and she's from California. And she talks about like what happens to patients after taking that end of life drug.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so pretty much just a quick rundown.
Yeah.
The pill, it's a few drugs mixed into one. Okay. It's all taken at once. The initial drug kicks in very quickly within about 3 to 7 minutes, and it's the sedation drug.
Okay.
So it causes the patient to I don't want to say it's causing the person to fall asleep and pretty much go unconscious within the first 6 to 7 minutes, 3 to 7 minutes. And then she goes, they look like they just fall asleep, but they're actually unconscious. It knocks them the hell out. And then when the body starts digesting the rest of the drugs in that mixture, it's two different cardiac drugs that actually stop the heart.
Oh, really?
And then so that's pretty much how it goes.
So when you get it and it's IV, it's all done.
No,
IV?
it's pills. Yeah.
So since taking it, what is the time limit by taking the pill to you actually?
They says it's within 10 minutes.
What?
Yeah, because like I said, about 3 to 7 minutes for you actually to go unconscious.
Yeah.
And then the 2 cardiac drugs pretty much kick in right away and stop the heart. And then once the heart stops, like it's only maybe about 2 to 3 minutes for the brain to finally die.
Wow.
Yeah. But so we were talking like how it works. But I'm like, it's the same concept as like lethal injection for criminals.
Yeah.
Because they do the sedation. They do then they do a paralytic.
Oh yeah.
And then they do the cardiac drug to stop the heart. So that's just pretty much the exact same thing, but in pill form. So they choose their time.
I wonder. You know what? I'm gonna look it up for the next show. I wonder how much it is. Like, what's the cost?
That's interesting. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I wonder how much.
Or like, I wonder if you have to. Well, yeah, and I'm sure that place that. Like, I wonder, like, do you have to get I'm sure you have to get your own. But I'm curious, like, what's the cost of doing that? What does it entail? You know what? Yeah. We'll look it up.
Yeah, for sure. For the next episode, that'd be cool. Next episode, hopefully, we're gonna be a new scenery.
Oh, we'll be
my
in
house.
Noah's office.
Well, not office. I don't have chairs yet. You can buy me chairs, but anyways. So you got a quote you're gonna leave us with?
Well, let me just tell you real quick. So now that they left, it's just me and my husband in this house, and like I never go upstairs. So, anyways, I bought these little pumpkins and a little sign that says "Gather." So when you go up the stairs, they had a little console table.
It's yours.
Yeah,
that's why we're gonna take it. Don't say us. It's yours.
Well, it's really my mom's, but
okay. So anyways, I don't want y'all to think like, well, we pretty much took everything we could. Like today, my wife took the rest of the stuff from the fridge.
She took the spices and she goes, "Do you mind if I take my meat?" I said, "Yeah, Mija, you have a fridge, take everything." But it was funny.
I got here. I'm like, "Hey, I'm hungry." I open the fridge. I'm like, "What the hell's all the food?" I'm like, they're like, "Oh, Michelle packed it." I'm like, damn, we really did have everything.
I know. And I said, man, I guess we were just eating your food. But it was so funny. So then I told my husband, look, come out. Literally 6 little pumpkins with a sign that says "Gather." And it was so funny the other day. My husband goes, "Huh, that's cute." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Who's going to see it?" And I said, "You are. You're going to see it every time you go up there." But the rooms are just totally empty. Just so weird, right? So today the girls went up. I mean, I don't even have a TV. That's my next thing. I'm going to get a little TV for them and stuff. But they were just running and running. I was like, it just made me laugh because I'm like, you know what? There's so much space now. But yeah.
Yeah, but you're like, damn. You had a lot of space up here.
Yeah.
Well, but to be fair, we did move, and the girls the rooms did downsize because we're trying to fit the stuff. We're like this.
Yeah.
We're like,
yeah.
How do we gonna fit this? But
anyways, I just thought that was funny. My husband's like, "Who's gonna see this? You're gonna see it. I decorated for you to see pumpkins as you walk up here." But our quote is, remember what we talked about? Me and Noah always think alike. We were thinking what to say. We always like to give just a quote. And then my husband goes, "I got one."
A dollar make you holler?
Yes, but that's not what it's.
I don't remember.
Life is like a box of chocolates. Oh. You never know what you're going to get.
No, that's true. No, I swear to God. Like, I mean, even you, like in a jail, you're just sitting there. You're like, they bring someone in. You're like, what?
I know, and I hate saying it's quiet. I think that sometimes I look around like, oh my God, it's too quiet.
Oh, I do it on purpose. I'm like, hey,
I'm people bored. Hate saying that.
Yeah, it is. But then I get my teeth knocked in the next few hours. I get a psych that's screaming at us, and I'm just like, he's like, "You kidnapped me! Like, I want to leave." I'm like, leave.
You're like, go. You're like, you don't need to say anything more. Here's your paper. Sign at the X. You're
well, even that. He was like, the dude was like, "I'm not signing nothing. I wasn't even here." I'm like, "Okay." And I wrote, "Patient refuses to sign." Here. And he's like, "Well, I want to leave." Leave. Like, no one's holding you here.
You're like,
oh my gosh, man. But I love it. I love it. You know why? Because you never know what you're going to get.
That is so
you
true.
Never know. Like Friday we walked in, it was was a shit show. A patient with like pulmonary embolisms, a patient getting admitted. It was just a shit show.
You know,
and then today it was like, this is actually a pretty good day.
This is so funny. So this one guy went to, I was giving his meds.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys and women, and I'm not knocking them, that's just the way they are.
Yeah.
They're they know how to play the system. They know everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So one guy goes, he's been wanting to get extra food. Well, there's a new thing where you have to do your weight, your height. There's a formula, your BMI.
Yeah.
And that's how the doctor has to give them. So anyways, he goes, Miss, I want to go to the mental hospital. I need you to tell the doctor. And I said, why? Because this guy is literally, he is fine. He's just, serving time, whatever. But then he made me laugh because he goes, it's because they serve good food at the mental hospitals. And he starts laughing. But I'm like, how they play the system.
Yeah.
I said, you better watch it. They're going to put you in the padded room. But I just crack up because every day we have beans in the jail. And it's because protein, it's cost. And this one guy reminded me of on Forrest Gump, of his friend Bubba Gump. And I told him, we were laughing, the inmate. He goes, Miss, we always had beans. We had pinto beans. I said, we have lima beans. And then I started going, we had butter beans. We had green beans. And I said, you remind me of Forrest Gump. But I said, dude, it's because protein, you could live on a bowl of beans.
Probably just, it's cost effective. Yeah, feed everybody.
But it was so funny.
Oh, man. Well, that was fun, guys. I appreciate y'all for joining in. Those who listen, like I said, I'm sorry for we missed the day. We'll try to be much more on top of it. But, hey, we got lives, right? Like I said, catch us on YouTube, Facebook. Pass us around. Not like a joint, but,
Yeah, not like a joint. We don't want you to be in jail. Then I see you.
So it's illegal to possess it, but it's not illegal to be high. We had that conversation today in the ER.
Yeah, right. It's having it on you.
Yeah. And it's like, if you're high, then you're high. I mean, they can't arrest you for being high. It was just funny. We talked about that. But because, Willie Nelson's still alive.
Yeah.
And that dude, freaking, his diet is just herbs. Marijuana all day, every day.
I forgot the name of that medication. I know they would give it to the nursing home residents when they would kind of stop eating.
THC.
But it was a liquid, but it would have that to kind of help stimulate their
appetite,
and it did work. But anyways,
you never know. All right, guys. Well, thank you. Enjoy your rest of the Labor Day weekend. Be safe. Labor Day. Don't drink. Don't go to the ER unless you're either bleeding that won't stop or you're not breathing.
And if you take a COVID test, it is probably right. Don't go to the ER.
Yeah, just stay home
and muck it up.
Isolate. It's like a 10 day. The CDC is saying about 10 days now until your first symptoms start.
Yeah,
10 days isolation, but they're like, 5 days for us. I'm like,
what? Oh, that's for us too at the jail.
Yeah, but it's whatever, guys. All right, y'all have a suit. See ya.
Bye.